This is my beginner crochet stitches series, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make a coaster. This is going to show you how to make a very simple crochet coasters, and I'll teach you how to implement how to increase, and also I'll show you again how to change colors. I know I showed you in a previous one, but I'll show you again. So what you need for this tutorial is a size 4mm hook or size 6 US hook, and you're going to need a marker, which means just a piece of string that's different from the color that you're going to be working with so that you can tell it sticks out, and also a pair of scissors and some free time. Now to start this off, I use two colors just because I like my border to be another color, but if you want to use all the same color or even change in the middle, it's up to you. But I'm going to show you the simplest way and the prettiest way, I think, to make this coaster. And it's going to be great practice when you want to increase in case you want to make a hat in the future. So make your pretzel and go under. Okay, now you want to chain 3. Now an easy way to keep your place when you're forming a ring is you slip stitch at the very beginning, put your needle in there, and then with your other finger grab the ring and just kind of touch tips with your finger while you pull through to slip stitch to form the ring. Now you need to do 8 single crochets in that center ring. First off, you want to chain 1, and then inside the ring put your hook through, grab up a loop and pull through both loops, and that's your first single crochet. Go through the ring, pull up a loop, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I see that I'm getting a little tight on space here. So what you can do is you can hold on to this main part where you started and pull down on your stitches because it's on a ring. So you can just pull to make yourself a little bit more space there if you find you're also getting short on space. Then do your last single crochet, and then you want to slip stitch into the beginning to make sure that you have all 8 stitches. You can count from the stitch you just did. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one is the one that you want to slip stitch into. So you can hold it with your finger if you want. Grab your loop, stick your needle through that one. Pull your string to make your loop small again. Grab the yarn and pull it through to slip stitch. And now you have your ring. Now we're going to be doing increasing for round 2 here. We slip stitched into this stitch, the very first chain here, you can see. I want you to now go ahead and put your hook through there and grab your marker and just pull it through that bottom of that stitch, just so that you know that that is your first area, your first stitch. Okay, now we need to increase this round, we want to do 2 single crochets in each of our 8 single crochets. So starting from where this marker is, just to the left, you want to single crochet. So 1, 2 in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the Okay, I'm getting where my marker is here. I see my markers here marking the next stitch, so what I want to do is count to see if I have 16 stitches. So this is where my loop is, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 is right here where my marker is marking. So now that I have 16 stitches, that's the end of my row. And that is row 2. So for row 3, we need to do 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and then the next stitch we want to do 1 single crochet. So where your marker is, you want to start off doing 2 single crochets into that same stitch, and then put your loop through the bottom of the stitch and change your marker. That's now going to become your first stitch. So we did 2 in that stitch, so the next stitch we do 1 single crochet. Then the next stitch we do 2 single crochets. Then 1. Keep doing that all the way around. 2, then 1, Okay, I'm stopping here because even though it looks like the marker is just going for this one, remember when you first started this round you had an increase, so you did 2 single crochets in that first one. So these 2 stitches are in that same space. So let's count now to see if we have 24 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have our 24 stitches on this round. Now the next row, these are all typical increases for hats and stuff. So just keep this in mind that every time you do a round, you are putting 1 single crochet more in between. The middle row we did, I should say round 2 here. This is the middle one. Round 2, we did all double single crochets in each stitch. The next one we did 2, then 1, then 2, then 1, then 2, then 1. Now this one we're going to do 2, then we're going to do 1 single, 1 single. So it'll be 2, 1 single, 1 single, 2, 1 single, 1 single, 2. And it'll keep doing it every round. The round after that will be 2, then you'll have 3 singles, and then the next you'll have 2, then 4 singles, and you can continue to do this to make a as big a coaster as you want, or you can turn it into a hot pad or whatever. Just that's the basic principle. So like I said, in this round, which is 1, 2, 3, this is the 4th round, will be 2 single crochets, then 1 single, 1 single. And at the end of this one, you should have 32 stitches. So we're going to begin our 2 single crochets, pull up, and then put your marker in that stitch. Then now you do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then now you want to do the increase of 2 single crochets, and then in the next 2 stitches you want to do a single crochet, Okay. Again, I'm stopping here because at the beginning we did an increase, so I know that this marker is marking 2 stitches. So let me count to see if I have my 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay. Now the next one, like I told you before, is going to be another increase with the 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet and then following next 3 stitches. So first you start off with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, move your marker up, and then in the following 3 stitches you just want to do 1 single crochet in each of those stitches, and then next stitch do an increase. Next 3 stitches a single, and then a double, and you work your way all the way around. Sometimes if I forget which, single crochet I'm on, how many single crochets I've done versus how many, from when I did my double, you can look. This 1 stitch here, you can see it has 2 stitches in it. Then there should be at least 3, there should be 3 coming after it. Okay, the last 2 stitches here looks like they're going to be single, because this is an increase stitch and I have to have 2, so let me see. I'm supposed to have 40. Round 6, we need to do 2 single crochets, and then we'll have 4 single crochets around the side. That's my beginning stitch. I'm going to move my marker up, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I should have 48. So 2, 4 for round 7. For round 7, you need to single crochet into the first one here. Oh, my stitch marker's still there. It's still in the right spot. So this round, we're going to need to single crochet all the way around. No increases for round 7. So just do 1 single crochet around all the stitches. My last stitches. Okay. Now for this one, to end this color and begin another, unless you want to do the last row with the same color, it's up to you. What you want to do is slip stitch. Oh, actually you want to, see, this is the main one that you want to actually even it out a little bit more. If you want to even it out a little more, you can slip stitch, you can skip a stitch and do that, or just slip stitch in the next. It leaves a little bit of a ridge, see? But if you skip one like that, flattens it out just a little bit more. So for my preference, I'm going to go ahead and skip one and slip stitch and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now you can remove your marker and make your pretzel. And slip stitch. Put your hook in there, pull up, and then now you want to slip stitch into this. See, this is where you ended here. Just go ahead and slip stitch in that same stitch. To attach the color. And then chain 5. And then you're going to want to skip a stitch and then slip stitch into the next. Chain 5. If you skip one, slip stitch. Chain 5, skip one, slip stitch. Chain Okay, I'm back. So this very last stitch here, got one stitch left. So what I'm going to do is do my chain 5, and I'm going to skip that stitch and slip stitch into the beginning place that I originally slip stitched my color into, and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. And then how to work your ends in when you're done. Is your stitches in the back all have these 2 loops, see? You want to put your needle through both of those loops back there, and then grab your tails and just pull them through those 2 loops back there. Now for this particular project I wouldn't do it but once, just to kind of control them because they were all over the place. And then once you get them there, just pull and then just cut a little bit of the remainder so that it doesn't stick out, but not too much to where it's going to fall out of your stitch. And there we go. And that is the tutorial for a basic coaster. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I plan to do more beginner tutorials to show just the simple things that you can make with just the basic stitches. And then hopefully you'll get more and more comfortable and you can continue to create beautiful things. Thanks for watching and have a great day.